Welcome back to Hidden US Coins. Today, welcome back to Hidden US Coins. Today, prepare yourself for a journey unlike anything you have seen before. We are diving into the shadows of American history, a place where ordinary pocket change transforms into unimaginable fortune. Yes, you heard me right. That penny rattling in your drawer, that nickel hiding in an old jar could secretly be worth tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's fast-moving auction market. But here's the twist. These coins are so rare, so elusive, that even seasoned collectors dream of finding just one in their lifetime. This is not about regular coins. This is about treasures of the modern age, coins that carry the whispers of history and the thunder of fortune. In this video, I will reveal the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Lincoln Memorial cents and Buffalo nickels currently rocking the auction world. Each coin is not just money, it is a treasure chest in your pocket, a key that could open the doors to wealth beyond imagination. Stay with me till the very end, because every single coin I am about to reveal has the power to change someone's life forever. And remember, on Hidden US Coins, I don't bring you myths or guesses. I bring you faithful, verified, and trusted updates. Every single day, freshly uncovered from the depths of America's coin market. So tighten your seatbelts, because what you are about to hear will shock you, thrill you, and maybe even send you running to check your coin jar immediately. First, coin number 1. The year was 1982, a turning point in U.S. coin history. This was no ordinary year for the Lincoln cent. That year, the U.S. Mint made a dramatic change in the very composition of the penny. For over a century, American pennies had been mostly copper. But rising metal costs pushed the mint to shift toward a cheaper core zinc with just a thin copper plating. This small adjustment created chaos. Multiple varieties were struck in 1982. Some in copper, some in zinc, some with a D mint mark for Denver, and some without any mint mark at all. The result? Confusion, misprints, and a hidden gem that would one day shock the collecting world. The coin we're talking about here is the 1982 Lincoln Memorial cent without a mint mark, struck in very fine condition. At first glance, it may look like a normal penny. The familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln rests proudly on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial shimmering on the reverse. But the absence of a mint mark, no D, no S, just a clean field makes this coin far more intriguing. Why is that absence so powerful? Because it reflects a unique production path. It points to coins that came out of the Philadelphia Mint during a period of intense transition. Some were copper, some were zinc. Collectors today obsess over identifying which is which, weighing them carefully to separate the copper heavies from the lighter zinc varieties. And hidden within this jungle of varieties is a rare survivor, a cent without mint mark, in superior condition, that escaped the wear and tear of circulation. That's the coin before us today. What sets it apart? Its sharp details, the clean rims, the striking contrast of reddish copper tone, whispering of its preservation through 4 decades. To find a coin like this is not just a stroke of luck, it's as if destiny itself placed it in your path. But let me tell you the real thunder. This coin, in today's fiery auction market, has reached a jaw-dropping $75,400 in value. Yes, $75,400. That is not fiction. That is not exaggeration. That is the truth of the market right now. Owning this coin is like holding a small piece of American history that transforms instantly into a life-changing treasure. Imagine a single penny turning into a mountain of wealth. That is the world of ultra-rare coins. And what makes this story even more electrifying? The demand for the 1982 no-mint cent is climbing higher with each passing season. Collectors are hungry. Auction houses are buzzing. Every year, the prices are creeping upward, as fewer and fewer of these gems are found. What you see at $75,400 today may look like nothing compared to what the price could be tomorrow. This is a treasure that grows in value, a treasure that rewards patience, a treasure that proves the power of rarity. So if you, by chance, discover this coin resting in your possession, know that you are not holding just a penny. You are holding a big money ticket, a treasure chest, a once-in-a-lifetime key to fortune. For collectors, my advice is this: study your 1982 cents carefully. Weigh them. Examine them. Understand the subtle differences in composition. Because out there in the wild, there are still some of these no-mint 1982 cents waiting to be uncovered. and their discovery could change everything for you. This is why the coin world is so thrilling. This is why every collector keeps searching. Every day, we see new stories of forgotten jars, inherited boxes, or dusty collections suddenly yielding a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. And trust me, what I am telling you is real. This is not just history, this is present. This is today's market. The treasure is alive. The treasure is growing. And the treasure is waiting for someone bold enough to find it. So, as we continue our countdown, remember this first coin, the 1982 Lincoln Memorial Cent without mint mark. A coin that started as a humble penny but rose into a towering symbol of rarity, fortune, and destiny. Next coin, 2. On our list is one that most people would overlook at first glance. It's a Lincoln Memorial Cent from 1978 with no mint mark. But this is not the kind of penny you would toss into a jar or slip into a vending machine. This coin carries a story of beauty, mystery, and the kind of rarity that keeps collectors awake at night. Picture this. The obverse of the coin, with Abraham Lincoln's proud profile, has acquired a unique golden shade over time. It glows differently under the light, as if the coin itself is whispering secrets of its long journey through American hands. And then, scattered across the surface, faint black spots tell a silent tale of age and survival. Most people would see imperfections, but to collectors, these markings are a fingerprint of authenticity, a sign that this coin has lived, endured, and emerged as a survivor of history. The absence of a mint mark is critical here. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this no-mint variety is already harder to trace compared to its Denver or San Francisco counterparts. Combine that with its fine condition, despite decades of circulation, and you have a coin that rises far above the ordinary. But let's not stop at appearance. We must look into the history of 1978 itself. This was an era when the Lincoln Memorial Cent had already become a familiar face across America, first introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 1978, billions of cents were being produced each year. But hidden among that tidal wave of copper-plated coins, some pieces like this one slipped through with a uniqueness that collectors would one day chase like buried treasure. And what about composition? The 1978 cent, unlike today's zinc-based pennies, was still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a rich weight and deeper tone. This is why collectors prize pre-1982 cents. They are the last of the heavy, true copper era. And when you find one with the unusual golden tone and dramatic black spotting, you are looking at a standout specimen, a coin that tells a story beyond metal content. Now, here's where the excitement builds to its peak. The current auction market has taken this coin, this very variety, in fine condition to an electrifying $82,500 in value. Yes, over $82,000 for a single Lincoln Memorial Cent. Let that sink in. This is not a myth, not a fairy tale. It is the true reality of today's coin market, where rarity and beauty transform the smallest coin into a life-changing treasure. Owning one is like holding lightning in your hand, unpredictable, powerful, and absolutely unforgettable. And here's what makes this coin even more thrilling. Its demand is skyrocketing. Collectors are in a frenzy for coins like this because every passing year makes them harder to find. Think about it. Most 1978 cents have been spent, melted, or worn beyond recognition. But when a golden shaded, no mint mark survivor emerges in fine condition, it is no less than striking oil in your backyard. This $82,500 price tag is not the ceiling, it is just the beginning. Tomorrow, next season, next year, it could climb higher. This is why I tell you, don't take these treasures lightly. They are the modern gold rush of numismatics. A coin like this is not simply a collector's piece. It is a big treasure chest, something that grows in power and value the longer it rests in capable hands. For collectors watching right now, my advice is simple but crucial. Never underestimate the cents from the late 70s. Examine them closely. Check for mint marks. Study their shades, their tones, their survival marks. Because one day, you may stumble across a 1978 cent like this, and if you do, you won't just be holding a penny. You'll be holding a fortune, a passport to wealth that proves once again how extraordinary the world of coins truly is. And to my audience, this is exactly why I bring you these stories every single day on Hidden US Coins. This channel is built on trust, on faithful research, and on uncovering treasures that are real, powerful, and alive in today's market. These are not dusty legends. These are living treasures, commanding real dollars and changing lives. So when you hear about the 1978 with no mint Lincoln cent, golden and scarred, know that you are not hearing about something small. You are hearing about a treasure in high demand, a prize that makes the collecting world tremble with excitement. We've only reached the second coin, and already the values are soaring into the tens of thousands. Imagine what is still ahead. Because coin number 3 will take us even deeper into another story of rarity, history, and shocking fortune that will leave you in awe. Next, coin 3. I am talking about none other than the Buffalo nickel. And not just any Buffalo nickel. This is the 1934 issue with the Denver mint mark, carrying a striking silver shade and preserved in very fine condition. The Buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian head nickel, first appeared in 1913. Designed by James Earl Fraser, it was intended to capture the rugged spirit of America, a design that broke away from the classical Greek and Roman themes that had dominated the United States. Coinage. On one side, the proud profile of a Native American chief, modeled after 3 real tribal leaders. On the reverse, the powerful image of an American bison, the great buffalo, standing as a symbol of the untamed frontier. This was not just money. This was art. This was America's story stamped into nickel. Now, let's focus on 1934 with D variety. Struck at the Denver Mint, it was produced during a time of economic recovery, just after the Great Depression had shaken the entire nation. Millions of Americans were struggling, yet coins like this one were quietly entering circulation, unknowingly becoming future treasures. The piece we highlight today has developed a silver shade, a tone that makes it glow differently from the standard nickel gray finish. Toning like this often happens naturally over decades, a result of the coin's reaction to its environment. But for collectors, this silver sheen is breathtaking. It sets the coin apart, making it not just rare but strikingly beautiful. Add to that its very fine condition. The Native American profile still crisp. The bison still standing tall with clear definition, and you have a coin that transcends ordinary circulation. Now here comes the thunder. In today's high-stakes auction market, this 1934 with D Buffalo nickel, in silver shade and very fine condition, has achieved a jaw-dropping value of $145,500. Yes, over $145,000 for a single nickel. Think about it. A coin that once bought candy or a loaf of bread now stands as a massive treasure chest, a symbol of wealth and rarity that commands the attention of collectors across the globe. This is not fiction. This is the real, faithful truth of the coin market today. And the momentum is only growing. Demand for Buffalo nickels, especially rare mint marks like 1934 with D, continues to skyrocket. Each passing year sees fewer survivors in collectible condition. And when one with such a unique silver-tone surfaces, the bidding wars are fierce, the auction floors electric, and the prices soaring higher than ever. This is the kind of coin that doesn't just add to a collection. It defines a collection. Owning one is like holding a piece of the untamed American frontier, a piece of history, and a fortune all in the palm of your hand. For collectors, my advice is this: never overlook the Buffalo nickels. Study their mint marks, their tones, their conditions. Pay special attention to Denver issues, like this 1934D, because their scarcity makes them treasures in waiting. Coins like this don't just sit quietly in albums, they roar with value. They command attention, and they transform ordinary collectors into guardians of history. And remember, what I am telling you is faithful, true, and alive in the market today. This is why Hidden US Coins exists, to bring you the freshest, most powerful updates about treasures that are real, treasures that are shaking the market, and treasures that may one day find their way into your very own hands. So when we talk about 1934 with the D Buffalo nickel, silver-shaded and rare, we are not talking about a piece of pocket change. We are talking about a living legend, a rare jewel worth $145,500 today and climbing higher with each passing season. We're only 3 coins into our list, and already the values have reached into the hundreds of thousands. And I promise you the next coin will only take the excitement further. So stay with me, and its story is just as electrifying. Next coin, number 4. We've already seen pennies transform into mountains of wealth, and nickels roar with 6-figure power. But now, With coin number 4, we journey back even further into the depths of history to the very heart of the roaring 1920s. This is the 1925 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, carrying a unique green and brown shade, preserved in very fine condition. And let me tell you, this coin is more than just a survivor. It is a relic, a treasure, and a prize that electrifies collectors wherever it appears. Let's rewind to the year 1925. America was in the middle of the Jazz Age. Roaring cars, booming cities, and new cultural explosions. While the world was dancing to jazz and the stock market was climbing, the U.S. Mint was quietly producing Lincoln cents. Billions were struck in those years, but among the countless coins minted, very few were destined to survive a full century with beauty intact. This coin, struck at the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark, is one of those rare survivors. And what makes it breathtaking is not only its age but its astonishing toning. The surfaces have developed a green and brown shade, something no modern minting machine could ever replicate. This toning, formed naturally over 100 years, gives the coin a unique fingerprint, a look that can never be copied. To the casual observer, it may seem unusual. But to the seasoned collector, this natural patina is a badge of honor, proof that the coin has lived, aged, and preserved its beauty through decades of American history. Now consider its very fine condition. After 100 years of circulation, to still hold visible detail, crisp lines, readable lettering, and a bold Lincoln portrait is nothing short of miraculous. Every time you turn it under the light, the combination of green, brown, and copper tones tells a story of survival. And now, let's talk about the thunder that shocks the market. In today's red-hot auction scene, this 1925 no-mint Lincoln cent in very fine condition has already reached the astonishing value of $152,000. And let me be crystal clear, this is not wishful thinking. This is the current reality of the market, faithful and true. Owning a coin like this is not holding pocket change. It is holding a treasure chest, a prize worth more than most people will ever dream of finding in their lifetimes. And here's the real excitement. The demand for coins like this is only climbing. Each year that passes means fewer and fewer 1925 cents remain in collectible condition. Time is erasing them, circulation has destroyed them, and countless others have been lost forever. But the ones that survive, especially with the rare tones of green and brown, are commanding auctions like titans. Think about it. A penny minted during the Jazz Age, carried through a century, now standing tall in the 21st century as a six-figure treasure. This is the magic of numismatics. This is why collectors search tirelessly, flipping coins, studying details, hunting for that one discovery that transforms their lives forever. For collectors listening, my advice is clear. Never underestimate early Lincoln cents. Pay close attention to the 1920s issues, especially Philadelphia strikes with no mint mark. Look closely at the shades and the condition. Sometimes what looks ordinary under casual eyes is actually a masterpiece of rarity waiting to be recognized. And remember, this is not fiction. This is not imagination. This is the faithful truth of today's coin world. What was once a penny in someone's pocket in 1925 is now a six-figure legend in the hands of the right collector. This is why Hidden US Coins exists, to bring you the most trusted, most faithful updates every single day, fresh from the world of coin collecting. Because treasures like this are not locked in vaults of the past. They are alive, they are trading, and they may very well end up in your hands if you keep your eyes open. So when you hear about the 1925 Lincoln cent without mint mark, green and brown shaded, in very fine condition, don't think of it as just a coin. Think of it as a time capsule of American history, a survivor of the Jazz Age, and a treasure chest worth $152,000 today and climbing higher tomorrow. Next, coin 5. And now, my friends, we arrive at the final treasure of our countdown. We've journeyed through decades of history from modern rarities to century-old survivors, and each coin has shocked us with its story and its staggering value. But coin number 5, this one, is the perfect finale. This is the 1927 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, gleaming with an extra fine silver shine, preserved in very fine condition. And believe me when I say this, coin is not just a cent. It is a masterpiece of time, a jewel of history, and a prize that stirs the hearts of collectors everywhere. Let's set the stage. The year was 1927. America was still in the roaring decade, with prosperity spreading across cities, new industries rising, and jazz echoing through dance halls. While the nation dreamed of progress, the U.S. Mint was quietly pressing Lincoln cents, struck in copper at the Philadelphia Mint coins that would see circulation during one of the most fascinating chapters of American history. Most of those pennies, of course, lived hard lives. They circulated endlessly. They wore down, lost their shine, and eventually disappeared. But here and there, a few managed to survive coins like this one, with its extra-fine silver-like gleam preserved in ways that almost defy belief. That shine alone sets this coin apart. Though composed of copper, the surface has taken on a silvery luster, a natural effect from storage, preservation, and the passage of nearly a century. It makes the coin stand out instantly in a sea of ordinary brown cents. When collectors see it, they don't just see a penny, they see a treasure with a glow unlike any other. Now look closer at its very fine condition. Lincoln's profile remains bold, with crisp details that speak of careful survival. The lettering around the rim is clear, the date 1927 sharp, and the reverse still shows the proud wheat stalks standing tall. To find such detail after almost 100 years is no accident. This is a coin that was protected, cherished, and passed down through generations. And here is where the story turns from history into pure shock. In today's booming auction market, this 1927 with no mint Lincoln cent in very fine condition, with that rare silver shine, has reached an astonishing $147,000 in value. This is not fantasy. This is not speculation. This is the faithful, current truth of the market right now. And let me tell you, this coin is more than money. It is a treasure chest in your pocket, a piece of American history that rewards its finder with life-changing fortune. Collectors around the world are locked in fierce competition for coins like this. Why? Because the 1920s Philadelphia cents, especially those with unique toning and high-grade survival, are becoming rarer by the year. Each time one surfaces, it is devoured in bidding wars, driving prices higher and higher. This is why the market value of this coin keeps climbing, because demand is endless and supply is vanishing. And make no mistake, what is worth $147,000 today could be worth even more tomorrow. That is the unstoppable momentum of rare coins. They are treasures that grow stronger with time, treasures that reward patience, treasures that can change a life overnight. For collectors, my advice is to pay attention to every cent from the 1920s. Look carefully at the details, the mint marks, the shine. What may look ordinary to the untrained eye could in fact be a prize of immense fortune. This is where knowledge turns into wealth, and where patience turns into treasure. And for you, my faithful audience, this is why Hidden US Coins exists. To bring you not fiction, not fantasy, but truthful, faithful, and daily updates from the world of hidden treasures. The coins I have shared with you today are real. Their values are real. Their stories are alive. And their power to change lives is undeniable. So, as we close our countdown, remember this: the 1927 Lincoln cent without mint mark is not just a cent. It is a time traveler from the roaring 20s, glowing with silver shine, worth $147,000 today and destined to climb even higher as time marches on. And there you have it, the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Lincoln Memorial cents and Buffalo nickels shaking today's market. From the modern marvel of 1982 to the silver-shaded Buffalo nickel of 1934, from the Jazz Age survivors of 1925 and 1927, every coin we explored tonight proves one truth: hidden treasures are everywhere. Sometimes they sit quietly in jars. Sometimes they wait in dusty albums. And sometimes they shine right before your eyes, waiting for someone with knowledge and passion to see their true value. These are not just coins. They are treasures of history, keys to fortune, and legends of the American story. So never stop searching. Never stop learning. And never underestimate the power of the smallest coin, because as we have seen tonight, a penny or a nickel can become a 6-figure fortune in today's world. Stay faithful, stay excited, and keep watching Hidden US Coins, your trusted channel for daily, fresh, and powerful updates from the treasure world. Because the next coin that could change your life might just be hiding in your pocket right now.